Good evening, everyone. You are all muted, and so we won't be disturbed by any latecomers. And this, our first week in January, is the beginning of our season of healing. And as we move further and further into the year, we transition from any discomfort, any pain, into a healing process. And it takes a while to fully heal and to fully recover. And we just have to be a little patient. Yeah, it will happen. One of the ways we heal is through meditation, through coming inside and becoming part of the stillness, part of our full awareness. So close your eyes, come inside, and bring your attention to your breath. There is an ancient Buddhist meditation called Tonglen, and it's kind of translates to sending and taking. And what we do is during breathing, which we'll do right now, we breathe in hurt and discomfort and all the things that we don't want, but they're out there. They're part of us, they're part of everybody else. We take that in with our inhale, and with our exhale, we send out compassion, the healing energy of compassion. Deepen your inhale and feel as if you're taking in and you're feeling the sensation of all of the things, all the negativity that you've been carrying around, that others carry around. And when you exhale, send compassion, and that compassion comes back to you. Continue in that manner, deepening your inhale, taking in all the challenges, and exhaling a heart filled with compassion. Return to your natural breath. Keep your attention on your breath for a few more rounds of breath. And then slowly open your eyes to take in the light. Bring your hands down alongside your hips. Bring your arms straight up overhead alongside your ears. And we're going to flow now. as if we were flowing in the wind, as if we were a tree, maybe a willow, that just flows from side to side, not resisting the wind, but moving with the wind, so that the tree never breaks from side to side. And when you are reaching over to one side, allow your bodies to stretch fully before you go over to the other side. But make it fluid. Make it very, very fluid. Another image that comes to mind is a seaweed underwater flowing with the currents naturally. And then come back to center. Send your arms straight out to the side. Going to leave your arms right where they are. We're going to start to twist from side to side, and like a helicopter propeller. So you don't want your arms to move independently of your torso. They've got to move together. So your arms just come along for the ride and go from side to side. Next time you're going to the right, bring your left hand to your right knee, your right arm back behind you, look over your right shoulder. On your inhale, get taller. Lengthen your spine. When you're empty of breath, twist just a little bit more. That space that you created when you finish exhaling, use it to move. Inhale your arms up alongside your ears. Exhale to center. Let your arms stretch out to the sides. Inhale, exhale, right hand on left knee. Left arm comes behind you for support. Look over your left shoulder. Remember, same thing here. You're lengthening on the inhale, twisting after the exhale. Inhale your arms alongside your ears. Exhale back to center. Bring your arms down by your side. Send your legs straight out in front of you and shake them out. Rotate them. Come to Dandasana, and in Dandasana, your hands are alongside your hips, fingers pointing forward, elbows reaching behind you. Your feet are flexed, your leg muscles are active. Inhale, gather. Exhale, bring it down to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. This time we're going to bend our knees on the inhale. Leave your feet flexed. Inhale, bend and flex. Exhale, point and straighten. Inhale, bend and flex. Exhale, point and straighten. Bend and flex. Point and straighten. Once more. Bend and flex and hold it. Hold those arms way up high. Inhale, and then on an exhale, you're going to engage your abdominal muscles and hinge forward. Maybe you'll take the outside of your feet or your ankle or your calf and fold over your legs. Your knees are bent. You can keep them bent. It's still early in class, but if you have flexible hamstrings, then lengthen your legs and fold over, maybe a little deeper, but any amount is good. Look up. Bring your arms alongside your ears and hinge all the way back up. Bring your arms down alongside your body. Bring the soles of your feet together, your hands on your shins. Inhale, bend your elbows, send your heart forward. Exhale, curl your spine behind you. I'm going to do it this way so that you can see me best. So you're exhaling, curling your spine behind you. You're inhaling, curling your spine forward. Exhale. Inhale, feel every movement of your spine. One of the best exercises you can do for your spine. And then the next time you're in a cat pose, you're going to pause. So your arms are straight, they're hanging off your shins. And now you're going to take a nose dive. So you're going to inhale and then nose dive down in between your legs. Inhale as you come back up. Exhale as you curl back and continue to exhale as you dive down. Inhale, coming up for breath. Exhale. Inhale as you come up for breath. Exhale. Keep going. Undulating your spine. And then pause in your cat spine once again. Bring your hands alongside your hips. Place your feet on the edge of your mat. So that's a little wider than hip distance if you're not working on a mat. Your wrists are under your shoulders, your fingers pointing forward. Inhale, exhale, send your knees to the left. Inhale through center, exhale to the right, and keep going. Inhaling through center, exhaling as you fold. Windshield wiper legs. Next time you're pointed to the left, pause. Bring your hand on your hip. And we're going to do a little rocking here. You're going to rock your hip. Push your hip forward and let it slide back. Push it forward, let it slide back. And keep going, opening up your hips, your hip flexors. Good for your glutes. And then pause. Come to center. Pause. Make sure you're on your sits bones. Over to the other side, other hip, and rock it. And pause and come back to center. And come over onto your hands and knees. Remember, your shoulders are over your wrists. Your knees are under your hips. Your arms are rotated so that the crease of your elbow is reaching for your index finger. You're going to inhale into a dog spine, making a U shape with your back. Exhale, arching to the sky. Inhale, come back to your dog spine and then wag your tail. Back and forth. Come to center, bring your hips to your heels. Come down into child's pose. Extend your arms overhead, hands are on the mat. Inhale, come forward, your heart between your arms, your legs lengthen back behind you. Inhale, exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, come forward. Turn under your toes, downward facing dog. So in downward facing dog, you're in this big upside down V. Your hips are pointed at kind of a diagonal towards the ceiling. Your heels are coming towards the mat. They won't touch, but they're pushing towards the mat. Your hands are pushing your mat away from you. Your chest is coming towards your thighs to make that V more pronounced. Nice flat back. And then begin to walk your dog by bending one knee, keeping your foot where it is, and then bending the other, going back and forth. And this allows you to open the back of your legs as you push your heel into the mat and alternate from side to side. And then come back to stillness. Now come all the way up onto the balls of your feet. Very high as you can come up. Send your chest closer to your thighs, and then let your heels come down to create the perfect down dog. On an inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to plank. Nice, long, straight piece of material like a plank. Heels to crown of head is one long, straight piece. Exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Bring your knees to the mat. Bring your forearms to the mat. So your elbows are under your shoulders. You're going to turn over your toes. And you're going to slide your whole torso back and forth, flexing your joints back and forth. Like a little Tonka toy on its tracks. And then come back with your shoulders over your elbows, and then send your legs back behind you. So you have your legs straight out, they're hip distance apart. Your elbows are under your shoulders. Okay, you're going to send your left fingers to your right elbow. And you're going to roll over on to your left. So you have one leg over the other. Right. All right. And you're going to do some side leg lifts. Just lift your leg up a little bit, bring it down. Lift it and bring it down. You're going to inhale it up, exhale it down. Inhale, exhale. You can go a little higher if you want. And bring it down. You're going to slide your left arm under your left ear. Place your right foot on the mat in front of your left calf or knee or thigh. Your toes are pointing toward your other toes, your bottom toes. Right. And then you're going to place your right foot on your thigh. And you're going to send your right arm overhead. You're going to lift your head for a fallen tree. Bring your hand down, your right hand down for support. Extend your top leg. Roll back over onto your belly. And then we're going to roll over on to the other side. So you can keep your arm under your ear. Lie down on top of your arm. If you want to bend your elbow, if that's more comfortable, then do that. And we'll start with the leg lifts. Just lift your legs, your top leg, a few times. Then place the top leg on top of the bottom. Step your top foot outside or in front of your bottom thigh, toes pointing away from you towards your other toes. Then place the sole of your top foot on your thigh. Send your top arm overhead and lift your head for a fallen tree. Bring your top hand down in front of your chest for support. Extend your left leg. Roll back over onto your belly. Place one hand on top of the other to make a pillow for your forehead. Roll your hips from side to side. Rock them from side to side. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Push into the mat. Come onto your knees and come to child's pose. And you're going to make your way up to stand. So we're going to work on our warriors again this week because, again, start of the new year, we need to get our warriors revved up and ready. So come to your mountain. Right. Crown of your head reaching to the heavens, feet planted in the earth. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Let your arms fall comfortably by your side. Let's take a couple of sun breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. So if you do not have blocks, take a minute to grab a chair or a coffee table will do. Okay. So before we go into our flow, there's a few poses I would like us to work on. And the first one, you don't need the chair just yet, but the first one is a fallen triangle. So in our flow, we're going to be in a triangle pose and then come to down dog and then do a fallen triangle. So in a fallen triangle, we start in downward facing dog. So watch me the first time and then we'll do it together because I think my cues are perfect, but you may be thinking when I say them, what? So let's try this. So send your left leg all the way up to the sky from down dog. So that's what I'm going to do first. You're going to bend and open up your hip. You're going to square your hip with the mat. You're going to draw your left leg underneath your torso and step it outside the right edge of your mat. You're going to swivel your right foot so that it's flat on the mat and fan open to the left for a fallen triangle. Right. Good. And let's do the other side so you can watch or do it with me. Right arm goes up, bend your knee, open your hip, square your hip, draw your right knee underneath you, pause, step it outside the long edge, the left side of your mat, swivel your left foot on the mat, fan open to the right or left or whatever side that is, to the left. Bring your hand down, downward facing dog. Okay, that is your fallen triangle. The other pose that we should practice is warrior three. So that's why the chair. So if you had blocks, I would ask you to try using the blocks. So just bear with me for a moment. Your arms are long and your blocks are long. You step your ankles underneath your hips. And then you lift one leg back behind you, your shoulders over your wrists, your big toe pointing to the mat so that your hips come square. Right? Okay. So no blocks. Then we'll use the chair. With the chair, you're going to put your hands on the back of the chair, the top, and walk your feet way back so that you're in an L shape. Your ears are between your arms. Your ankles are underneath your hips. You're going to bring your weight to your left, your right leg, and lift your left leg. Once again, big toe points to the mat. Right leg is straight. Beautiful warrior three. And then bring it down. So your other option, of course, would be to do it without any prop. And we'll be coming into this. So if you're going to use the chair, you need to set it up so that it'll be waiting for you. So to do this without any props, you'll be in warrior one. You're going to bring your weight over your supporting leg, yeah? And you're going to lift your back leg and come to stand over your leg. Excellent. That's beautiful. Okay, do the other side. Good. Do the other side. If you haven't done both sides, go ahead. I'm watching. All right. From warrior one, you got it. Good. Good. Come to your L shape first before you lift your leg. So look at me. You want to come to your L first. All right. So I know you'll be in warrior one. All right. So your back leg will be the L. You'll be in warrior one. You're going to bring your weight on your front leg and then lift your back leg. Good. Good. Excellent. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Okay, let's come to our mountain. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Right leg goes back behind you, low lunge. Swivel your right foot on the mat. Place your left hand inside your left foot. Push into the mat with your hand and open up, fan open to the right, your right fingers reaching for the ceiling. You're going to push your feet into the mat so that you can come up in one movement, beautiful, into warrior two. And get your feet aligned. So take the time to do that. All right. Bring your right hand to your right thigh, left hand all the way up for a peaceful warrior. Then turn your hand so that the palm faces behind you. Frame your head with your arm so you're curling your elbow. You can leave your back arm on your thigh or bring it to your waist for a reverse warrior, a retreating warrior. Right. Come back to warrior two. Bring your left forearm onto your left thigh. You're going to send your right arm alongside your right ear so that you can make that nice long line. Beautiful. Then straighten your left leg and come into triangle. You're going to bring your right hand down to the mat, swivel back into a low lunge. You're going to step your back foot on the mat for warrior one. You're going to stream your arms alongside your hips. You're going to bring warrior one up from the earth. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. You're going to send your arms out to the sides and look over your fingers. So we're doing a forward-faced warrior two. Come through center, look over your left hand to size up your challenge. Come forward, up to your warrior one. Then you're going to take the time to make sure your chair is in the right place, yeah? And remember, your back leg is going to work now as for you to spring off, for you to come up onto your left leg for your warrior 3. Bring your foot back down behind you. Bring your hands onto the mat. Step your left leg back, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward, Uttanasana. Fly out and up and down the center line. Okay. All right. So also in Warrior 3, give yourself the option of bringing your hands to your heart instead of alongside your ears, because that's one of the things that makes the pose difficult. So if you have your hands to your heart, it might be, maybe for you, it might be a little easier to come into your Warrior 3. So you can try that. Okay, here we go, other side. Good, 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 it works, see? All right. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, exhale, fold. Left leg goes back. Swivel your left foot on the mat. Your right hand is inside your right foot. You're going to fan open with your left arm. You're going to push your feet into the mat and push into your right hand to come up as one unit into your Warrior 2. Immediately into Warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. Parsvakonasana, side angle. Straighten your right leg for triangle. Bring your left hand to the mat, bend your knee. Come into a low lunge. Step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Your left leg goes up to the sky. You're going to open up your hip. You're going to square your hips with the mat. You're going to draw your right leg underneath. You're going to step outside the right edge of your mat and fan open. Bring your hand back down, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, low lunge. Step your right foot down on the mat for Warrior 1 legs. Send your arms streaming back behind you. Bring that warrior up from the earth. Send your arms out to the side. Look over your right fingers. Turn to look over your left fingers. Back to warrior one. Perhaps you'll try again, bringing your hands to your heart, bringing your weight over your left leg, and then lifting your back leg. Place your right leg down. Bring your hands down to the mat. Downward facing dog. And breathe. Step your left foot forward, step your right, Uttanasana. Take opposite elbows and swing from side to side. Then release your arms, fly out and up. Bring your hands to your heart. All right, great. Okay. All right, so we're going to come to our tree. Before, earlier, we had a fallen tree. So we're going to combine two poses here. So we're going to start with our tree, and I'm facing this way because I know you all know tree. You're going to send your right leg out to the side, right? You're going to come into your tree. You're going to lift your right leg, your knee pointing forward, and you're going to track your foot all the way back behind you to come in to your warrior three. Whoops. All right. Or not. Good. All right. All right. Bring it down. Bring it down. Excellent. Okay, good. All right. Other side. Come to your tree. Lift your left leg. Track your leg back behind you to come in to your warrior three. Good. All right. And bring it down. All right, great. So let's make our way down to the mat. Come to Dandasana when you get down. And send your arms straight out in front of you and slowly make your way down onto the mat using your abdominal muscles to control the speed of your torso. When you're down on the mat, take a couple of breaths. Then place both your feet onto the mat. Lengthen your spine. Bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. Take your right knee interlace your fingers around it. Send your left leg to the sky. Inhale your left leg down, hovering over the mat. Exhale it back up. Switch. Bring your left knee in. Your right leg goes up. Inhale your leg down. Exhale it back up. Switch. Left leg up. Send it down. Exhale it back up. Switch. And bring it down. Last time. Switch. Bring both your knees into your chest and roll from side to side. Cross your right ankle over your left ankle. Your knees are in your chest, and you're going to reach for your feet. And then you're going to keep hold of your left foot, release your right foot. Step your right foot on the mat. Send your left knee down to the mat, going in the same direction as your right foot. You're still holding your left foot. You're going to send your left arm overhead alongside your left ear. You're going to push your right foot into the mat, keeping your knee pointed to the ceiling as you lift your right hip for a beautiful full body twist and stretch. Bring your hips down. Pause, take a breath. Push into the mat with your foot again. Lift your hip. Bring it down. Untangle your legs. Bring your knees into your chest. This time, left ankle over right. Take hold of your feet. Left foot onto the mat. You're holding your right foot. You're placing your right knee on the mat, pointed toward your left toes in the same direction. You're still holding your right foot, right arm alongside right ear. Push your left foot into the mat, lift your hip. Keep that knee pointing up. Exhale, bring your hip back down. Inhale, lift it up again. Exhale, bring it back down. Place both your feet onto the mat. Press your right shoulder into the mat and release it. Inhale your left shoulder into the mat and release it. Inhale right and release it. Inhale left and release it. Inhale both shoulders into the mat. Feel your heart reaching up just a little bit. Exhale, release. Inhale both shoulders, push them into the mat. Exhale, release. One more time, press your shoulders into the mat and release. Send your arms straight up, fingers pointing to the sky. Bend one elbow and then the other, bringing forearm over forearm. Inhale and then exhale, roll onto your left upper arm. Inhale to center, exhale other side. Inhale to center, Exhale, other side to roll over onto your shoulder blades. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center, and release your arms. Bring your knees into your chest, one hand on each knee. Send your knees away from you, your arms straighten. Exhale, bring your knees back into your chest. Inhale, send them away. Exhale. Inhale. Feel your lower back changing. Feel it morphing. Then the next time your knees are into your chest, pause and make circles with your knees. And go in both directions. And we're going to do that one more time. So bring your knees into your chest. This time, release, take your hands away from your legs so that you can make bigger circles with your hips, getting more of your back, more of your hips massaged. And then go the other way. And then come back to center. All right. Place your feet on the mat. Send one knee to one side, the other to the other side. Place the soles of your feet together so you're in a kind of goddess legs with the soles of your feet touching, your knees out to the side, and bring your arms into a cactus shape. Inhale, exhale, bring your right knee on top of your left, your right arm on top of your left arm, closing yourself like a book. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side. Inhale to center, exhale, other side, back to center. Send one leg straight out and then the other along the mat to come into Shavasana. Get yourself ready for Shavasana. Get nice and relaxed, flat on your back. You're going to rotate your arms so that the palms of your hands are facing upward. Just like we started with our meditation, the idea of sending and taking, or actually it's taking first and then send. Take in that grief and then send compassion. Fill yourself with compassion. Allow your whole back body to sink into gravity. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. take a deep breath. Begin to reawaken your body. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, your feet away from you for a deep, full body stretch. Bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. And then come to stillness and roll over onto any side you prefer to come into a fetal position. And when you're ready, come up to sit. Thank you so much for being with me. And I wish you a joyful journey into a season of healing. Namaste.